Hello, my dear student. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are quite okay and fine. I am also fine. Welcome you all to my today online class. Before going to start my today's lecture, first of all, I would like to introduce myself to all of you. I am Muhammad Ghulam Murshid, lecturer of biology, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka. I would like to share with you regarding my educational background. I have already completed honors and master's degree from Russia University in Zoology department. Welcome you all to my today online class. You see here some animals belongs to the phylum Porifera, Cnidaria, Platyhelminthes and Nematoda. Today I am going to discuss about chapter 1, that is animal diversity and classification. The phyla of the non-chordates. Learning output. After completing this lesson, students should be able to classify the non-chordate up to phylum, tell the characteristics of non-chordate, phyla of animal kingdoms, non-chordate. There are 33 phyla in animal kingdom. Among these phyla, 9 are major and the rest of them are minor. There are 8 non-chordate phyla. These are Porifera, Cnidaria, Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca and Echinodermata. Now let's discuss about our first non-chordate phylum, that is Porifera. You see here some of the animals belongs to the phylum Porifera. Actually Porifera comes from Latin word porus means pore and fere means to bear. So Porifera is actually known as the pore bearing animal. All the animals bear the pore, and these are also they are commonly known as the sponges. The phylum Porifera is named by Grant 1836. Now let's discuss about some characteristic features of the phylum Porifera. Body with pore which is ostia, calcareous spicular found, conocyte flagellated cells are found, a body cavity called spongiocele which open with osculum, canal systems are present in the body. These are the main characteristic features of the phylum Porifera. Now I will be discussed here one by one each and every characteristic features of the Porifera briefly. Now the first characteristic features, the body with pores with ostia. This is the main characteristic features of the phylum Porifera. You look at the figure here. This is the ostia or pores, and the body is actually bear numerous pores. And the spicules, calcareous spicules are present. If you look at the figure here, this is the calcareous spicule. Actually, calcareous spicules are present in the member of the phylum Porifera. Now, another very important characteristic features of the phylum Porifera is the presence of the flagellated cells, which is called the conocyte. Another very important characteristic features, a body cavity called spongiocele which open with osculum. The canal systems are present in the body. Look at the figure here. There are canal systems, and through the canal systems, water can enter into our body, into their body. Actually, water enter into the body through the ostia or pores, and and uh, and exit from the body through the osculum. Now the examples of the phylum Porifera, the Cyclone gelatinosum and Spongilla locusta. Now let's discuss about another phylum, that is the Cnidaria. This is the second non-coded phylum, Cnidaria. Cnidaria actually comes from the Greek word knight, which means nettle, and the L Latin word area means connected with. The Cnidaria is named by the Hatstech during the 1888 first. Now let's discuss about some important characteristic features of the phylum Cnidaria. Cnidarians are diploblastic animals. A gastrovascular cavity is present in the body. Cnidoplast cell, special types of cell, is found in the epidermis. Intra and extracellular digestion occur. Two basic types of individuals, polyps and medusa, are present. Their exoskeleton forms the coral. They are diploblastic animal. As you know that during the embryonic stages, there are two layers we found in the animals of this phylum Porifera, ectoderm and mesoderm, ectoderm and endoderm. That's why they are called the diploblastic animal. And in between the two layers, a jelly-like substance or non-cellular jelly-like substance is present, which is called the mesoglia. Now the gastrovascular cavity is present in the body. A gastrovascular cavity is present in where the extracellular digestion occur. Not only extracellular digestion, the gastrovascular cavity also plays a very important role in excretion and respiration purpose. Now the cnidoblast cell is found in the epidermis. Cnidoblast cell is a unique and defining characteristic feature of the phylum Cnidaria, and this cells actually helps in locomotion, prey capturing and predation. Now the intra and extracellular digestion occur. In case of Cnidarian phylum, extra and extracellular digestions occur. Sometimes the digestion takes place within the cell, and sometimes the digestion takes place in the gastrovascular cavity. Two basic types of individual, polyps and medusae, are present. Some animals are polyps. Polyps are usually sessile in nature, and the medusa are free moving. Their exoskeleton form the coral. Now the examples of the phylum Cnidaria: Metridium senile and the Obelia geniculata. Now let's discuss about another phylum, that is Platyhelminthes. Actually, Platyhelminthes comes from the Greek word the platis, which means plat, and helminth means worm. So we can say that the Platyhelminthes are commonly known as flatworm because they are dorsoventrally flattened. Now let's discuss about some important characteristic features of the phylum Platyhelminthes. Number one, they are triploblastic and acoelomate animals. Number two, body is soft and dorsoventrally flattened. Phloem cells are found in excretory system. Internal body space is filled with parenchyma or mesenchyme. Actually, they are the triploblastic and acoelomate animal. Triploblastic means during the embryonic stage or during the gastrulation phase, the cells are arranged into three layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. That's why they are called the triploblastic animal. And these are also called the acoelomate because they don't have any coelom. The blastocele cavity is actually filled with mesenchyme. So there is no internal body cavity is there. Now the body is actually soft and dorsoventrally flattened. If you look at the figure here, you can easily understand that the body is actually flat and very soft in structure. And the phloem cells are actually found in the excretory systems. Phloem cell is a specialized cell which is responsible for excreting any nitrogenous waste materials from their body. The internal body is actually filled with mesenchyme or parenchyma. Now, the examples of the platyhelminthes, Tinea solium and Fasciola hepatica. Now, let's discuss about the nematoda. This is the fourth non-coordinate phylum. Actually, nematoda comes from Greek word nematos, which means thread, and these are actually commonly known as the roundworm or threadworm. Now, let's discuss about some important characteristic features of the phylum Nematoda. The body is actually elongated, tubular, cuticular with tapering end. They are pseudocoelomate animals. The alimentary canal is complete, branchless and straight. And the mouth opening is encircled with characteristic leaf. Now, the body is actually elongated. If you look at the figure here, you can easily understand that the body is actually elongated and tubular in the structure, and the whole body is covered with cuticle and tapering in both ends, and both ends is actually tapering. Pseudocoelomates means the false coelom. They have the internal body cavity, but this internal body cavity is not lined by mesodermal peritoneum layer. And this internal body cavity is actually covered by a muscle layer, and that's why these are called the pseudocoelomate animal. Pseudo means false and coelom means body cavity. Now, the alimentary canal is actually complete, branchless and straight. If you see the figure here, you can easily understand that the alimentary canal is actually started from mouth to the end, and the alimentary canal is actually straight, and there is no branches, and actually completed. When actually alimentary canal is started from mouth to the end, to the anus. The mouth opening is actually encircled with characteristic leaves. This is now the examples of the nematoda. Ascaris lumbricoides and the Loa. Now, the teamwork, Group A and Group B. Identify the above two animals and write down two characteristics of the phylum. Identify the above two animals and write down two characteristics of the phylum. Now, the evaluation. Rufik was amazed by watching a porous animal which is preserved in his college museum. Rufik also saw a 5-year-old baby with a swollen belly and was suffering from malnutrition on the way to college. Rufik was informed by a doctor that a special tubular and parasitic animal species had grown in the belly that is responsible for malnutrition, like the baby that's seen by Rufik. A. What is phloem cell? B. What is meant by canal system? C. Explain the phylogenetic characteristics of porous animals that mentioned in the stem. D. Analyze the parasitic adaptation of the animals that grown in the belly of the baby. Now, the homework. Make list of characteristics of 3 phyla. Thank you for your passion sharing. I think today's lecture was very much effective lecture for all of us. I am humble requesting you all to watch my video lecture for several times that will be discussed here today. If you have any queries regarding my today's lecture, feel free to ask me, or you can also ask your respective subject teacher. Thank you all. Khuda Hafiz.